Welcome back to Drinks with Danny and Joe.
I'm Danny.
And I'm Joe.
And this week we're doing a 4th of July themed drink.
Yep, America.
Yes, it is red, white, and blue.
It is. It's styled after the classic Bomb Pop or Rocket Pop. I've heard them called both.
Oh, I've known them as Bomb Pops. I don't know if I've ever heard them as Rocket Pops.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah. This is not turned the right way. Hold on.
Maybe that's why you're...
I don't think that's any better, but I'm okay with it.
Bomb Pop. Oh no, look, even in the Bomb Pop, it's blue on the bottom.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, the Bomb Pop is blue on the bottom, but they show in the drink the Bomb Pop upside down in the drink.
Oh.
So that the red's on the bottom.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is a Bomb Pop.
Bomb Pop cocktail.
Drink.
I don't know.
It's a frozen drink.
Yes, let me see. I just screenshot it. What did it call it? Let's see. No, it didn't say.
Which we haven't done a lot of frozen drinks. I'm trying to think. Have we done another one that was a frozen drink? I know we've used the blender, but I think it was for eggnog.
Yeah, and Yard of Flannel.
Yeah.
No, I think this might be our first slushy. Oh,
Gotcha.
You got me like right in the face.
That's the plan. So do you think that this is going to have 3 different tastes, or do you think it's just 3 colors, the same taste?
Well, okay, so what's in the bottom, the blue, is the blue curacao, tequila, and lime juice. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then
so a margarita.
Yeah, and then the white is triple sec, tequila, and lime juice.
So a margarita.
And then the top is grenadine, tequila, and lime juice. So no, I don't necessarily think that it'll have 3 different flavors. I think it just is going to have the 3 different colors.
Same basic flavor.
Yeah.
The red might be a little different because of
the grenadine.
But
yeah. It looks, I took my straw out. It looks really pretty.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yep, let's try.
I'm going to try. I got to chunk it.
That's margarita.
I don't know if I like that.
It's kind of bland.
Yeah. I guess with the colors, I expected it to be sweeter.
Like a more colorful flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not.
No, it's mostly tequila.
Now I'm like looking at the recipe too to see if I was supposed to add no. Literally the only place that you add the simple syrup is in the white.
Yeah.
That's strong. I was expecting it more of and there's still chunks of ice. Decent sized chunks of ice because I can't get it through my straw.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those.
But I don't know. Maybe for some reason I was thinking it would
have more flavor.
Taste like the Bomb Pop.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because I didn't put any Bomb Pop flavors in it.
No.
But in my mind,
that should have been sweet.
It should have been sweet.
Yeah. It's like ice and tequila. You don't even taste the blue curacao.
You just taste tequila in all of them.
Yeah.
I went through and I tried to taste all of them. Even in the grenadine one, you still just taste tequila.
And ice.
Yeah. And lime juice. It's like tequila and lime.
Yeah, I don't like this one.
No.
I'm going to say highly don't recommend. Don't waste your time on this drink. It's not good.
No, it's really pretty, though. Like, it's just kind of disappointing. I mean, maybe we could do it like a virgin one and just add flavors. Because they do have blue curacao in, like, syrup.
Yeah, I think if you did, like, crushed ice and did it like a snow cone, where you just put the syrup on the ice.
Oh, yeah.
And then put another layer of ice and syrup and then another layer of ice. Because you could do put the ice in the bottom, blue curacao.
Yeah.
Then put the ice in the middle, simple syrup.
Yeah, and then put the ice.
Put the ice on top and grenadine.
Yeah.
And not put the tequila or lime juice.
Yeah.
That's kind of bland.
Yeah, but it sucks because this is, well, it's 3 shots of tequila. Mm-hmm. No, it's 6 shots of tequila. Mm-mm. No, my math isn't mathing right now. It's 3 shots of tequila that we're just like, ugh. You know, that's good tequila.
It is.
We use Milagro.
Yeah.
Tequila. That's good tequila.
Yeah, I'd rather just drink the tequila.
I'm like, well, damn.
Yeah.
I had high hopes for this drink. I was really excited for this drink, and I'm really kind of bummed.
Yeah. So I think what we should do, and this is going to be a little bit of a waste, I guess. I think we should make the other one.
Yeah, I'm really bummed about this one.
Yeah.
This one sucks.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
I think this is the first one that we're both just like, ew.
Yeah.
I don't even want to finish drinking it.
No. Okay, so we will be back after these messages from our non-existent sponsor.
Yes.
And we're back.
Yes. We literally dumped that last drink.
This one is called a Bacardi Lifesaver.
Yes.
So it's pina colada, strawberry daiquiri, and Maduri.
Yes.
So you basically make the 2 drinks and then top it with Maduri, blend it all together.
Yes, and without the Maduri, it's called a Miami Vice.
Yes, which we had in
Florida when we went to
Florida.
Florida.
Okay, let's try it and see if it's as good.
Okay, cheers. Let's cheers at least.
Cheers.
We didn't cheers the last one.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Could have used a little more ice, but we don't have the fancy ice crusher that he had.
Yeah, but it still tastes good.
Yeah.
Like the flavor is still there.
Yeah, that's good.
This is much better than the last one. So we recently went to Florida. I don't know if we've talked about it yet.
I don't think we have.
We went down to Clearwater. I'm like, oh my God, it went away. We were there for 3 nights, 4 days, and had a blast. Yeah. It was my kid's first time at the beach. Yep. But we did go to Clearwater. It was quite a drive. And when we got to Tampa, it rained. Yeah. Like the whole way. I mean, it wasn't like lightning, thunder or anything, but it was raining. And we're just like, oh, crap.
And Google said 10 hours or 9 hours.
Yeah, we got there.
I think it
took
said
longer.
9 hours, and it took like 12 hours to get there.
Yeah, but we had to stop for gas and...
Yeah, but we didn't stop for long.
No.
We made very few stops.
Well, and when we hit Tampa, we got right into traffic. Like it was bumper to bumper traffic, and we were in that traffic for like...
But even on the way back, we didn't hardly hit any traffic, and it still took like 11 hours.
Yeah. It was a longer drive than what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, because Google lied.
Damn
Google was like, nope, 9 hours.
Yeah.
Or 9.5 or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was not.
It was fun, though.
We took 2 cars down.
Yes, because we had a lot of stuff. 5 people.
Well, we don't have like a big family car. We have the Ultimo, which fits everybody.
Comfortably.
Around town.
Most of the time, yeah.
And then I have my truck, and then we have the Prius and
a Miata.
So, which I guess we could have, if it was in better shape, taken your car and the Miata, and it would have been fine. But the Miata's not in great shape.
No.
So.
Well, and it was nice because we had stuff in the back of your truck.
Yeah.
And we had stuff in the...
We brought our own beach stuff.
Yeah, we brought our own lunch.
Yeah.
So we tried to go as, I guess, cheaply in a way as we could.
Well, we planned it out, or I planned it out.
You did.
I kind of planned the whole thing.
Yep.
In a way where we would be able to have, like, nice dinners.
Yes.
And then I figured, nobody's going to want to, like, be out all day every day. So I figured we'd pack lunch. I got a hotel that had a good breakfast.
The breakfast was delicious.
Yeah, it was... huge.
Oh my gosh. Eggs, sausage, there was so much.
Yeah.
So much.
And then the way I planned it was if we get a hotel on the beach, we park the cars and then we just don't look at them again until we leave.
And that's exactly what we did.
Exactly what we did.
And it was wonderful.
Now, we didn't
so nice.
do like all the touristy crap.
No.
Because, Clearwater is right next to Tampa.
Yeah.
So you could go like to Ybor City, you could go to the Tampa Aquarium, you could go to Tampa Zoo.
Yeah, but
like,
Tampa
to
Aquarium.
Get back to Tampa from Clearwater is like an hour.
Yeah.
And there is a Clearwater Aquarium. They had capybaras, but...
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to have to go.
Yeah, like the kids would be like all over that.
We got to go.
Yeah.
But the idea was, a beach trip to relax.
And it was wonderful.
We did a fantastic job of it.
So we got there on a Thursday night, and we were all kind of tired. And so we got dinner from the hotel. Mm-hmm. We did order dinner from the hotel, which actually wasn't too bad.
No.
All 3 kids got chicken.
Yeah, chicken fingers.
So theirs was on the cheaper side. Yeah, and I got some sort of sandwich.
A Cuban.
Yes, that's what it was. It was delicious because it was raining, so we couldn't really go out. Mm-hmm. But then after a little while, it was probably like 8 o'clock. Violet was passed out.
Yeah.
Waylon was almost passed out. And Joe's like, let's go walk the beach. I was like, okay. And Lona's like, where are you going? We're like, we're going to go walk the beach. She goes, okay. And she joins us.
Yeah.
And so we, you could tell that it had recently rained because you could feel it in the air. But we were literally a block from the beach. Mm-hmm. And then we walked the beach. And it was so cool.
Yeah.
That was our first night.
Yeah.
So and the next day, we got up, had breakfast, and then we walked around to some of the little shops on Friday because it was supposed to rain.
It was calling for rain in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Which didn't.
No, didn't rain.
But we did go around to little shops, and then we went back to the hotel, had lunch, and a nap.
Yeah.
All of us had a nap.
Yep.
Because it's hot and sweaty and humid, and it's a lot. And we're on vacation, so why not?
Yeah.
And then we got to the beach, like 3? 3-ish?
Yeah, 2 or 3.
I want to say it was like 3-ish.
Maybe.
Something like that. And then we went out to dinner. That's when we went to Salty's.
We went to... It wasn't Salty's. The shirt we got from there said Salty's, but that wasn't Salty's.
Oh, I thought that was Salty's.
It was like Krabby's or something. It was something different. They're all owned by the same... There's like 4 or 5 of them in Clearwater that are all owned by the same company.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the exact name. They had good food.
Mm-hmm. Had a Hawaiian chicken burger thing. It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I think I got a burger too.
Mm-hmm. And we walked there. It wasn't a far walk.
Mm-mm. That one was short. It was like, 8 minutes or something?
Maybe.
It was 3 or 4 blocks away.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't far.
And then we went back to the hotel, and then you and I went out again. Mm-hmm. I don't know if the kids came with us that time.
I don't think they did.
I think we went out, walked the beach at sunset, trying to get some good sunset pictures.
Yeah, and then we went to that bar where the bartender was annoyingly inattentive.
Was that night? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was...
Because the last night, we just went to the hotel bar and got this.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that was... Yeah, we went to... I don't remember where we went, but we were like, let's get some drinks. And literally, the bartender, we waited for like 10 minutes at least.
Yeah, because he was hitting on a girl that...
Yeah.
Shortly after left.
Yeah. But I got like a blackberry thing. I don't remember what it was. Blackberry something.
I don't know.
It was a blackberry something. It was... I was like, oh, it was really sweet.
Was it?
Yeah, remember? Kind of.
I don't remember.
It was really sweet.
I think I got a beer, and it wasn't great either.
Yeah. And then we left, came back to the hotel, and slept.
Next time we go to the beach, we got to find a beach that has a tiki bar.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
That we can just sit and drink at the beach.
Mm-hmm. And then Saturday was our last day there. Well, Sunday was technically our last day because we left Sunday, but we left Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So Saturday was our last full day. So we go to the beach we wake up, eat breakfast. We go to the beach in the morning.
Yeah.
We spent a few hours We go back to the hotel, and then we're like, well, let's just have an early dinner.
Yeah.
And that's when we walked.
Yeah, that was a walk.
That was a walk.
It said a 20-minute walk. And it was every bit of it. And then when we got there, the place that we were walking to didn't exist anymore.
Nope, it was something else.
So we ate at the place that it had become. It was okay.
I mean, the kids were not happy.
No, they were.
They were miserable because of the walk. And the place was hot. There was no AC. But they did have games.
Yeah.
So once we got some cash and played some games, they got a little happier. And then we played pool.
Yeah.
And that was fun.
Yeah, I think they had a good time.
Yeah. But then we had to walk back.
Yeah. And then they just got... Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they went to the pool.
The girls went to the pool.
And then they were fine.
Yeah. Waylon just stayed up in the hotel.
Got to stay in the room, so he was fine.
Yeah. You and I went and walked the beach again.
Yeah, we walked the beach, took some pictures.
Mm-hmm.
I have to see if we can post some of this.
I probably could.
Yeah, should be able to.
Yeah.
And then went back to the
hotel bar.
Had a few drinks.
Yeah. Well, and then
the sunset.
One lady. That's how we got on. I was trying to get to how we got to this drink.
Oh,
it was kind of the long way around, I guess, just telling about our day. But we were sitting there, and I was drinking. We were drinking that mango beer.
Yeah.
The mango beer. That was delicious.
Yeah, it was good beer.
It was really good.
I think it was a local beer.
Probably. But it was so good.
Yeah.
And this one lady came up and ordered a Miami Vice. And I was like,
What is that?
Yeah. So we looked it up.
Very intrigued.
Well, because I'm like, that's not...
It's like, that's a guy in a mustache for sure.
I know. I'm like, I don't know what that is. So we looked it up. And it sounded really good. And I'm like, Joe, I really want one. He goes, then order one. I'm like, okay. So then I ordered one. And it was delicious. And then the bartender goes, oh. And he gave me, he had a little bit left in his thing. And he put a little bit of the Midori on it. And he goes, try this. And then that's when he said it was the...
Yeah, the Bacardi Lifesaver.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, yeah, that's good. And then we both ended up getting one.
Yeah. And went and sat out by the pool and drank them.
Yeah, while the girls still played in the pool. And then the girls went and got virgin daiquiris and all this stuff.
And then they took them to the room. And then, of course...
Then Waylon came down.
Waylon wanted one, so he came down.
Tell him how you saw Waylon. That was hilarious.
I guess we were going up.
Yeah, we had just gotten off our...
And we got off on our floor, and I just saw, like, hair going into the elevator. It's like, oh, that's Waylon.
Yeah, and then he came off the elevator because he saw us. He goes, I was just coming down to you guys to see what drinks the girls got.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, order what you want. Just charge it to the room.
Yeah.
And then he came up with a drink, too. And
so that's the first hotel I've ever stayed at as an adult that you could charge things to the room.
That was the first hotel I've ever stayed at, period, that you could charge to the room. Period.
Well, when I was a kid, we went to a hotel in Egypt in a town called Taba, which is right on the Red Sea. Mm-hmm. And literally the entire town is in the hotel. Like everybody that works in the hotel lives in the hotel kind of thing. And so there you could charge things to the room. And oh, did we.
I bet your parents loved that.
Yeah, they were thrilled.
I've never... Sure. You said it was in Turkey? Egypt.
Yeah.
I've never been to Egypt before.
I've only been there. Josh has been other places, but that's the only place I've ever been.
If you hear the opening, we have leftovers that we're dumping into our glasses again.
Yeah, it made a lot more than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, it made a lot. And Joe was already finished with his glass, so I was like, let's just go ahead and fill them up.
Yeah, it
Plus,
literally made enough for...
2
refills.
Yeah.
Well, a refill.
Yeah, that's fine. And
there goes my phone.
I realized as we're drinking, and he finished his, that we didn't get a picture of this one. So we have a picture of the disgusting drink, but not of this one.
Oh. I'm going to...
Oh, you're going to take my...
Scoot that over a little. Nope. On that thing.
Oh.
There you go.
I get what you're saying. Oh, advertise my pot holders.
Okay, hold on. First, I'm advertising my thing.
Okay, advertise your thing, and then we'll advertise my pot holder.
Okay.
My cute pot holders that I
More
made.
of a cup holder.
Cup holder. Yes, a coaster. It's a coaster, not a pot holder. It's a coaster. I made these little quilted coasters that are absolutely adorable. These ones are red with little lobsters on them.
Yeah, and also you'll see in there's a little tiny. I think of it like a miniature Funko Pop Jesus.
He's just so cute.
And I've painted him, and if you would like one, I am selling them.
Yes. Oh.
For an exorbitant amount of money.
Do we need
I have to paint them by hand? So
yes.
They're going to be expensive.
Do we need to show the other thing? We need to post a picture of the other thing?
What, the elephants?
Yes.
We can.
Oh my gosh, yes. So Joe made these elephants that are gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yeah. It's so pretty. It's got like lotus mandala stuff on it, and it's got like the Buddhist hat.
Yeah.
Is that a Buddhist hat?
I have no idea. It definitely has like an Indian vibe to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
My doctor that I work for does not listen to this, but I plan on giving her one on Monday.
Yeah. Luckily, this will be out after that, so even if she did listen,
yes.
she wouldn't know about it.
No, she would not.
Already got it.
That's true. I'm really excited to give it to her on Monday.
Yeah. So I'm making those, and I think I'm gonna do paint on those, but it's gonna be kind of a dry wash.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just on the parts that stick out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it, see how it goes. Maybe it'll be bad. I don't know. Because not all of it is, like, very pronounced. Like, around the hat, it's not super pronounced.
Oh, yeah.
So, and, like, in the ears, it's not. But I'm going to try it. Maybe because I have gold paint, so.
Yeah, you could do, like, a dry brush or, like,
just do, like.
You said a sponge.
Yeah, I have a sponge.
Yeah.
Like, in my drawer.
Yeah, just kind of.
Just, like, soak a little paint into it and just kind of dry brush it on there.
I think even if it's not fully covered, it would look cool because it's like...
Yeah, then I'll have like a weathered look.
Yeah, they're really cool. And then he's making these baskets that are really cool too. And I'm
I have to do
so
some
excited.
design work on those.
So he totally got a new printer. I don't know if we've talked about that.
I don't think we have because I got it after our last podcast.
Yeah, but I don't know if we ever talked about how you have one coming or anything.
Oh, I don't know.
So
I ordered one. I pre-ordered a printer in like April.
No, because we got
before that.
It was like
around
February.
Yeah,
it was like January.
Right after Christmas.
It was like January, February time.
Yeah,
because
it was a long time ago.
Because we found out that we had to move in April, so it was way before that. So it was like it had to have been like February time frame when you pre-ordered it.
Right before we got the notice.
No, I think it was a bit before. I want to say it was like at least a month before.
Maybe. Either way, I ordered it in the old apartment.
Yes.
Like, I had to get in contact with this company. Hey, listen, I know I pre-ordered this, but since it's been months since I ordered it, we had to move in the meantime. Mm-hmm. So I need it shipped to the new address, and they were great.
Yeah.
So the company is, it's called Elegoo. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure it's a Chinese company.
I don't know, but the fact that they were like, "Oh yeah, let's get that updated for you," was fantastic.
They were super. Like, it was no hassle, and they make all kinds of stuff. They make you know that little electronics kit I have that has like the resistors and the board, and I can make little circuits.
Oh yeah,
that's Elegoo.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the same company.
Okay.
So they make a lot of stuff for Arduino.
What's Arduino?
Arduino is like a little. It's like a tiny computer, kind of.
Oh, okay.
But it's like a circuit board that's a computer.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So they have the, like, Arduino Uno, and then there's a bunch of...
Dos, tres.
No, the other ones aren't.
Cuatro.
They don't go in order by Spanish numbers.
Oh.
But there's a bunch of different ones that are like So, Arduino is like an idea, and then there's a bunch of companies that make boards for that idea, and Elegoo's one of them. And they make like all the little sensors and resistors and stuff like that. So it makes sense that they got into 3D printing because 3D printing started from the Arduino stuff.
Yeah.
Because you could program.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So it was kind of like tiny CNC.
You know what my first view of 3D printing was? It was years and years ago. I say that. It probably wasn't really that too long ago. But it was, they were like, we're 3D printing houses. And they were, it had concrete. Like a big concrete thing, like 3D printing. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool.
I would 100% buy one of those.
That it's like, I just want to watch it.
Yeah. And it's crazy because it's kind of just a giant version of the same thing I have.
Yeah. And with concrete.
Yeah.
Not plastic.
Yeah. But I mean, it's the same thing. Like,
but
it's squirting at concrete instead of plastic.
But so what I wonder, I never looked more into it or anything. But with the 3D printed concrete houses, like, is that just the walls and then you put like you put
doors and whatnot?
Yeah. And like what keeps the cold air in and the hot air in?
Insulation.
Yes.
I think most of the places where they're printing those are places that insulation wouldn't help you. Like houses in Florida are not insulated.
'Cause it's so hot?
Yeah. So they make masonry houses because stone doesn't
heat up.
It does, but it's like it stays cooler better.
Oh.
That's why floors in the Middle East are marble, because it stays cold.
Oh, I never even thought about that.
Yeah. So, like, I think a lot of those are made in places where it's okay if the house doesn't have, like, fiberglass insulation like you would have here.
Yeah.
Which even here, fiberglass insulation is a new concept. Like 50 years ago, there was no insulation in houses. They used kind of the design of the house and the direction it faces to cool the air.
Yeah, they don't really pay attention to that anymore because
no, they don't give a shit anymore.
No, because remember our last apartment just boiled in the evenings.
Yeah, because when they built that, they were like, it'll be conditioned air, it's fine.
Whoops.
But like, you could make a house even today, and you could do it better today because of the advances in insulation technology and stuff like that. Where without any kind of air conditioning, you could be comfortable in the house, even in the summer.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
But what you were saying kind of reminded me of something. It's off subject, but it kind of reminded me of it. So one of my friends recently had a meeting at work, or it was like a orientation or something, but they went around talking about if you could choose any time to live or century, whatever, what would you choose? And majority of the people were like, oh, we'll go back into the Victorian era and all this stuff. And she said she would go into the future. And I agree with her. I would go into the future. Only for the simple fact that I like our advances in medicine now. And in the future, I feel like it's just going to get better.
Maybe.
Well,
it's either going to get better or go really off the rails.
Yes, but it's not going to be like the Victorian.
No.
Where they'll bleed you.
Or drill a hole in your head.
Yeah.
Trepanation.
Give you a lobotomy. Whatever.
Yeah.
Try to treat women of their hysteria. I mean,
my mom,
I might be okay with that one.
worked in a nursing home when she first became a nurse.
And
in that nursing home, this was in the mid-90s. So she had one of her patients in the nursing home had a lobotomy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So I'm guessing this guy was in his 90s. So he was born around the turn of the century.
Yeah.
They were still doing lobotomies, I think, he probably got a lobotomy in like the 20s.
Well, I mean, JFK's sister,
Yeah.
Rosemary. I think
Had
that's
a
right.
lobotomy.
She had, because
Yeah.
she was kind of.
Yeah. I don't know because you don't really know because
Yeah.
the guy's 90.
Yeah. And
But
he can't talk? I don't think
No,
he can.
you can talk.
Oh.
Yeah. They're perfectly capable except they basically scramble your frontal lobe so that you don't have emotions anymore. Yeah. But otherwise, you're completely cognitive. You're completely aware of what's going on around you. You just don't have an emotional response to it.
That would be like night and day for me.
Yeah. It'd be... You wouldn't know what to do with yourself.
No. Because I'm emotional.
Yeah.
I make a...
Yeah, I'd be unchanged.
You would be the same. But I would not be.
No. He was in love with my mom. Like, he really enjoyed her.
Well, I mean, your mom is lovable. Like, who does not love your mom?
That's true.
Like, from day one, it meant so much to me that when I had my cancer, that your mom's like, if you need me to come to an appointment, I will come with you. And she lives 4 hours away.
Yeah.
She would drive 4 hours to come to an appointment with me if I needed her to.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, she's a lot like me.
Well, I remember. I got to say this memory.
I think you've said this on the podcast already.
I don't think I have.
I think you have, but I cut it out because I don't like it.
Well, I like it.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite memories.
Because I don't like when you say nice things about me.
I know. You need to you need to stop that. So I remember this memory. We were in our third bedroom. This was before it was Waylon's. Mm-hmm. I think. Yes. This was before it was Waylon's bedroom. And I was just diagnosed with cancer. You were doing something with your bicycle. It was flipped upside down. You were doing something with your bicycle.
Setting gears.
Yes. You were doing something with it. I think this is actually the day I was diagnosed because you stayed up with me. And I was talking about how I'm like, oh my God, on my appointments. And you're like, I will go to any appointment with you. And I was like, but what if it's at like 12? And you work nights at that time. Mm-hmm. I'm like, but what if it's at like 12 p.m., like midday? You're like, I will go to any appointment with you if you need me to. And I started crying because that meant the world to me. Mm-hmm. The world. Because in the beginning, you came to like every appointment with me.
Yeah.
You did. And I needed it. I needed you to be there with me. And then eventually it turned into...
Well, it got less scary.
Yeah. Now you don't come... Well, you came to my last one, but my last surgeon appointment with Dr. Toller.
Did I?
Yeah. It was October of last year. You came with me.
Yeah, now I go to the ones if it's like not interrupting sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. Now it's...
Because it's like, it's just a doctor's appointment now.
Yeah. Because now you don't really... Now it's not anything like...
Scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and at that time too, like, I don't have the best memory of some of the appointments.
Yeah.
Because I was so freaked out and stressed and everything. So it's like I remember it differently than you do.
Yeah.
And then you tell me, nope, this is what they said. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, that's always been my role, going to doctors with people. Is I'm the one that remembers the details because
the other person's going through something. Yeah, but it meant everything to me.
Yeah.
It really did. Okay, let's change subjects since you don't like talking about you, even though you're my favorite subject. I made a regular sourdough bread and I made a cinnamon raisin sugar one.
Yeah,
brown
which
sugar.
I told you when you made it. If you recall.
Yes.
Whatever you think is enough, double that.
I freaking, in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, this is too much.
Yeah, double it.
But it was not. It tastes good, but.
Yeah, it does taste good.
Like, it needs more.
I think it needs more raisins and it needs more cinnamon. It does not need more sugar.
No, the sugar was good.
Yeah.
I covered it with the cinnamon. At least I felt like I did.
It's never as much as
But-
you think it is.
Yes. But, I mean, the taste is still pretty good.
Yeah.
And then we have the plain one. And then Joe has been saying how he's been taking sandwiches for lunch for
I'm
work.
trying to be frugal.
But he talked about taking the sandwiches, and he's been taking and he said it's been really good, but that also involves us buying bread.
Yeah.
And I went, I might be able, I was like, I think I can make sandwich bread out of the sourdough. So I looked up a recipe on TikTok, and I found a good one. I think it's a good one. It looks like a good one.
Yeah, we'll find out.
We'll find out. Yeah. But I'm doing my stretch and folds at the moment, and I have one more, and then it has to sit in the fridge overnight, and I'll bake it tomorrow. But, you know, if it works out well, I'm going to make 2 loaves of bread for you. We'll freeze one, and we'll just, yeah. And then that could be what you use. And then that also, what it costs us, like a $6 bag of flour for me to make 4 loaves of bread. Yeah. Which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Considering a loaf of bread is like $4.
Good bread. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even good bread is not good bread.
No.
Like, the stuff we get is what I would consider like decent bread.
Yeah.
It's 12 grain from Aldi, so hopefully less preservatives. But even that, you can leave it on the counter for weeks.
Yeah, weeks.
And it does not mold.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't do anything.
No.
And if you can leave a bread on the counter for 3 weeks and it doesn't get mold, there's some crap in that bread.
Yeah. Some not good stuff.
Yeah.
And we're slowly trying to make ourselves a little bit more healthier.
Whole foods.
Whole foods, yeah. And me making the bread.
Preservatives.
Yeah. And sourdough, good for the gut.
Yeah. Gut healthy.
Yeah. So if this bread turns out, then that's good. And I can just probably make 2 loaves every week if needed.
I don't think we'll need. Well, maybe. It depends how big the loaves are, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a regular loaf-size pan, but it also depends on how many times you actually take a sandwich or how many times you go, oh, I'm going to take leftovers.
Yeah.
You know, because there's going to be nights where you take leftovers.
Yeah. Like, if tomorrow was a work day, which it might be, but if tomorrow was a work day, then I would take tikka masala.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it really all depends on how often the bread gets eaten.
Yeah.
And like we freeze half of our bread because we don't go through it very quickly.
Yeah.
And
well, we don't eat a lot of bread.
Mm-mm.
We were talking about this earlier. Like,
yeah.
We don't drink a lot of milk.
No.
And we don't eat bread.
No.
Hardly at all.
And we don't really drink a lot of alcohol either.
No. Just for the podcast.
That's what I was telling some of my friends when I left work on Thursday. They're like, oh, what are you going to do now? And I was like, oh, I got to go get some beer. They're like, really? I was like, yeah, I'm going to get, Joe asked for, a 12-pack of Yingling. I was like, it's probably going to last him a couple weeks. They're like, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, literally, I was like, I know it seems like I drink a lot. I was like, but most of the time, I was like, 99% of the time, the drinking that we do is for the podcast.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, we really don't, like, day to day, we don't drink much.
No.
We have water.
No, we've had the same bar for months.
I was going to say, we've had the same bar since we, like, moved into the apartment almost.
Well,
we've had to replace a couple things.
Replenished a couple things.
But not much.
And most of what we've replenished was because we did Christmas at our house.
Exactly.
And, like, other people were drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've never seen you drunk.
No.
You've seen me drunk a couple times.
A few times, yeah.
Yeah. And I just get louder and happier.
And gigglier.
Yes. Yeah. And more touchy-feely towards you.
Yeah.
Not to everybody, but towards you.
Yeah.
Because I want that dip.
Well, that was uncalled for. And on that note, I think we're going to call this one good.
Yeah, I think we've been going on for a while on this one.
Yeah, we've been talking for a while.
Well,
real random conversation.
It is kind of a double drinker too. It's been a little bit. I feel like it's been a little bit since we've actually done an alcohol drink. Yeah. I think the last one was
the Melon Ball.
Yeah.
Actually, it was the very last episode we recorded.
Yeah, and that one had like
a few weeks ago.
That had like barely any alcohol in it.
Yeah, that was essentially Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yes, we'll call it good for, and we'll post pictures of what we can on Facebook and Instagram. Yep. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. Yep. Did I say them all?
I think so.
Cool.
Did you say Apple Podcasts?
I think so.
Then I think you got it.
All right. Well, hit that like button and share and let all your friends
subscribe,
know.
Do all the things.
Yes. And if you try any of the drinks, let us know.
Yeah. And I recommend trying this one.
Yes, this one's really good.
It's delicious.
Yes.
We'll post a recipe.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye. That one was a good one.